Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Apricot Lane Boutique. Well, thanks so much for joining us today again on Living Local Carolina. Today, I'm having so much fun at Apricot Lane Boutique with Christina. How you doing?
I'm doing good, very good.
All right, let's just get down to business here. Okay. What is Apricot Lane Boutique? What are you guys all about, and why should people shop here?
Apricot Lane Boutique is a women's boutique. We have apparel, accessories, and gifts, and fun. We have lots of fun. Yes.
Okay, so how long have you guys been open?
We have been open since May 18th of this year. So we're pretty brand new, yeah. And we walked into this beautiful space, which was originally a bridal boutique.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, we walked into this and not much had to be done, so.
You're so right.
Yeah, we were very lucky, yeah.
Well, it's gorgeous in here. You guys have it so nicely spaced out, so when you walk in, you just don't feel too overwhelmed by things.
Yes, and that was our goal. We wanted people to come in. We wanted to make sure that they're seeing things together, colors together, coordinating things on mannequins, and being able to get a good idea of what our store has. Not too cramped, lots of things just spaced around, so.
And I know you love your customers.
Yes,
they
we
become
do.
like your friends.
Yes.
Tell me all
Absolutely.
about, working with people, and you also have a loyalty program?
Yes, we are, not many boutiques have loyalty programs,
Yeah.
but we're very lucky that you sign up with our loyalty program, you earn points, and once you get to 300, you have $15 to spend anywhere here in the store on anything.
That's
so
fantastic.
yeah, and the points don't expire, and you just keep accumulating, so.
Love it.
Yeah.
So definitely shop here if you're looking for something, but you guys have new things coming in almost daily.
Yes, we do. We get to go to market and we space things out coming in, so we're able to put something new on the floor every week. We're gonna be getting spring things in right now, so we're ready to go for the springtime.
And you guys love to support other small businesses, so you have pop-up shops coming in here all the time.
Yes, we do. One is Permanent Jewelry, Link Me. Yes, and that's so much fun for moms and daughters to come in, and after they set up and you're waiting your turn, you can shop, and we usually do sales. One thing that we do is Fashion Cash. Fashion Cash is when you spend a certain amount, you get a certain amount to spend another time. So $20, $10, so we do that also, which is a nice incentive to come in and shop.
And y'all do sip-in shops too,
Yes,
right?
yes. We definitely do sip-in shops on Sundays from 1 to 5. And you come in and just have a glass of wine or champagne and just do a little bit of shopping. It's fun for ladies to come in and do that. And then we also are starting to do after-hours shopping. Ooh. Yes. And then you can come in with a group of ladies and we'll have little snacks and drinks, and you can come in and shop with your friends and do an after hours where you have the whole store to yourself.
Ooh, you'll feel like a VIP.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we really want to do, is to make you feel really special and to encourage ladies to come in together and shop and have a fun experience. And we also want you to come in and shop where you do life. Everyone is doing life here, and we want to be your favorite boutique to do that with.
Well, I know y'all are going to be my favorite boutique, especially here in North Myrtle Beach. If you're in the area, come by and check them out. What is your address for people looking
Our
for
address
you guys?
is 643 Main Street, and we are in Shops on Main, a little complex right off of Main Street.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, ice cream, and I'm joined by Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine today.
All right, you guys are Island Treats here on Pawleys Island. Tell me about what you guys offer here.
38 different flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, hot dogs,
A little bit of everything.
pizza, everything.
Love
Yeah.
that. And you guys are a mom and pop shop. You've been here for 7 years, a staple here in the community. What's it like being able to see the smiling faces come through every season and off season as well?
Off season because we're open all year long,
Mm-hmm.
same hours, everything. So people don't think people come in for ice cream during January and February, but they do because we have a lot of snowbirds that come down. So, but yeah, it's fantastic to see everybody come in. The kids got the play deck out here to play on and everything, and it just keeps them entertained. And ice cream's a favorite for everybody.
Indeed it is. I was going to say, this is such a pretty location. You guys are right on this little, is it a pond?
It's a little pond,
Little
yes.
pond right here. And kids are able, or adults, are able to feed the ducks and geese.
Ducks, geese, koi fish,
Ooh.
turtles. We got a little bit of everything in the pond.
What is y'all's goal with this business?
Serve God. You come in and people write their Bible verses and everything. When we moved here, we prayed, we did a fast to come here to have Him show us what we're supposed to do. We praise Him for everything that we have.
7 years later, it's definitely worked out well, huh?
It's a blessing.
So one thing you guys do is you want people to be able to enjoy as much as they want to, right?
Correct. When you come in, we have so many flavors that a lot of times it's hard to choose. So we'll let you taste whatever you want. We'll mix and match anything you want into one scoop. If you want 2 flavors, 3 flavors, we could turn that into one scoop for you.
Beautiful. Because sometimes you just can't choose. It's so hard.
No, you want to try everything and eat everything.
All right, perfect. I definitely want to do that right after we're done here. But where can people find you guys? What's your address?
We're located in the Island Shops in Pawleys Island.
Well, we are talking all about Jeeps today, and I'm joined by Jody Lynn and Harold. How are you guys doing?
Great, great. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, Harold, tell me all about what you do.
We are an off-road shop that specializes in anything from mild custom build to up to custom builds, lift kits, tires, suspension, gears. You dream it, we can do it. Changing colors, it doesn't really matter what you want, we can do it all. And we work with a lot of the local clubs to support them and help them. And
I was going to say, this is a very niche thing for you to do.
Correct.
How did you find yourself in this situation?
started racing about 35 years ago on dirt bike, and then moved over to quads, and then got into Land Rovers, and from Land Rovers got into Jeeps
Awesome.
and rock bouncing.
So one thing that I have learned today is that Jeep owners love to customize their Jeeps.
Yes.
And there is a ton of different things that you can do to your Jeep.
Correct.
What do you kind of see on a daily, weekly basis with people coming in?
Ours is all over the place. Looking just for tires, wheels, up to a full custom build. Gears, really gears helps gas mileage, gives you the ability to get a bigger tire and drive a lot better. The suspension work, and/or doing repairs on vehicles that unfortunately are not operating the way they should be.
Yeah. Another big thing, light kits.
Yes.
That's also functional too, right? Because you got to
Correct.
be able to see at night.
Yes. The light kits you can get really customized with the headlights, where you can have different colors in them. It's also brightness. There's different levels of brightness and different locations you can put them in. So it really gives you the ability to be unique and make it your own. And then you can actually get your own colors, which you can see a lot of the Jeeps here have certain colors that they want to go towards. So we put in lights that'll actually give them more accent into that color. And everything runs off of Bluetooth,
Oh,
so it's pretty
cool.
easy to use.
Neato. So if anybody watching right now wants to come by and talk to you about their car, how
Most
can they do that?
Southern Crawlers 4x4, we're on Facebook, website, and/or they can give us a call.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm so excited to be rejoined by Quadre Stuckey. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm glad to be here. Nice to see you again. Thank you.
Of course, of course. We've got a lot to talk about. He's obviously brought some stuff to show us today. But give me an update on what you've been doing for the last couple months.
Well, I mean, life's been amazing. I've been doing my shows. I published a new book. I have new artwork. I also got engaged recently too, so that's new. That's exciting. And you know, I'm just getting ready for what 2024 has to bring and offer. So I'm excited for that too.
And one thing I know about you is you do a ton of research.
Yes.
So that took a lot to go into this book, huh?
Yes, it is. So this is my new book right here, Gullah Paintings 3. So inside the actual book, it's an art educational book for children. In the book, I actually talk about the history of Gullah. I also talk about, you know, the seafood culture, where we do a lot of shrimping, a lot of red rice, a lot of okra. I talk about a lot of the superstitions like the bottle trees, the boo-hag, the haint blues. And I talk about the artwork, because a lot of people love my artwork. So I talk about the artwork and then the spirituality and the connections we have to Barbados and our architecture. So this is a very good book to add to your collection if you don't have a book collection. This is a good piece to start with a book collection.
Mm-hmm. So for people who may not know who you are,
Yes.
the very few people out there,
Yes.
talk to me about your art, how you got into art, and where you draw inspiration from.
So my art is based upon my culture, Gullah Geechee culture. And what Gullah Geechee culture is pretty much the enslaved Africans that were brought over from different parts of West Africa, the Ivory Coast and Gold Coast. They were isolated on sea islands like through the Carolinas and, you know, like Myrtle Beach, area where we're at now. And pretty much it's just us staying closest to our West African heritage. So that's why I draw a lot of my inspiration from when it comes to like my paintings. I like to use a lot of bright, bold, tropical colors, because when you look at the work, I want you to feel excited. I want you to feel happy. I want you to feel good about yourself. And you know, I do a lot of paintings on women because women played a big role in my life. Like, you know, my mother, my grandmother, and my aunts. So that's like where a lot of my inspiration comes from. Also just that everyday low country lifestyle, like being by the beach, fishing, shrimping, you know, just enjoying the scenery with a loved one. So that's where it comes from.
Okay. So when you were finding inspiration for your book, doing the research, was there anything that you've learned along the way that kind of shocked you or surprised you a bit?
Yeah, so there was certain things that I didn't know about certain superstitions. So for example, like we have something called like the boo-hag that rides you at night when you're asleep and you can't move. So really scientifically it's called when you sit there and you can't move but you're awake. Yeah, sleep paralysis.
It's happened to me before.
But our name for it is boo-hag. So that's just kind of like the translation when it comes to our culture to scientifically they're calling it sleep paralysis. So that was something, you know, that kind of stuck out to me, showing how close those things kind of, you know, combine and come together.
I've been visited by that before.
Ooh,
it's pretty scary.
It is. You're up, you can't move.
You're
It's like you're in a scary movie, a horror flick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the bottle trees. I don't know
Yes.
the superstition behind that.
So what you put blue bottle trees in your yard. The reason why is it sucks in the evil spirit. So let's say like if a hag tries to come and get you, instead of getting into the house, you know, to put you in that paralysis, it'll actually go into the blue bottle tree and then it gets locked in there. And then when the sunlight comes out in the daytime, it'll actually burn up in the sun. And then sometimes, like, people say they hear a superstition of, like, it whistling outside. That's really like the wind hitting the bottle at a certain angle, and it's sounding like the boo-hag was captured inside of it.
Spooky.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, we have to talk about sweetgrass baskets, of
Yes,
course.
definitely.
Huge, huge, huge.
Yes.
All across the Low Country and here in the Grand Strand.
Always, yes. So I had to bring in one of sweetgrass
Beautiful.
baskets. Yes.
Beautiful.
So what the sweetgrass basket actually consists of is sweetgrass, bulrush, pine needle, and then it's an old West African sewing tradition that we still carry today. And if you can notice, each sweetgrass has its own specific pattern and design on it. And then it was used traditionally to transport rice, fruits, vegetables, and sometimes sewn tight enough it could transport and hold water.
Because they're very strong.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.